Hey everybody, Adam Savage in my cave, and today we are talking about polishing, but really philosophically we're talking about finding space in your shop where it doesn't seem like there's any space. A few weeks ago, or recently, I did a piece to camera about this amazing IKEA piece from the late 90s, the Stur. I don't know why I trill the R on that. I don't speak Swedish, so I don't know. But anyway, I love this thing, and I was looking at it and thinking, what is it good for? And then I realized, first I was thinking it could live over by the machine tool boxes and become machine tool shelves, which it certainly could. And then I realized I had polishing stuff everywhere. I have sandpapers going up from 600 grit to 2000 grit here. I've got India stones with coarse sides and fine sides. I've got Wienol polish and polishing compounds. I've also got a polishing system, and I've got polishing stones and sharpening stones. They're diamond stones, lapping stones, oil stones, all sorts of different stuff. And they're in multiple locations around, and more as my skills improve, I want them in a central location. So I've been wandering around the shop for a few days thinking, where could this live? You know, this wall is still somewhat unformed and something could happen there. But I'm really liking right here where the safety cabinet is. It requires, so what I have concluded is that this safety cabinet is going to come off of its stand right there, and it's going to mount to the top of this. I'll get a little shelf there. That's fine. I don't know what to do about the Colonial Marines armor, but that's going to live somewhere. That's where we're at. That's what I'm going to do. I am going to start to populate this with some polishing things, so that I have a sense of how much room it's going to take up. I'm going to do some labeling. I'm going to put it in. Today's a funny day. It's a Monday, so lots of meetings today. It's going to take me a while to get to this. But let's start by doing some labeling. Oh, I screwed it down. That's why it hasn't fallen. We're going really well now. Wait, what's that sound? Okay, we're going really well. This isn't actually sitting on here. It's actually mounted to this, which is great. This is moderately populated, and I'll just need to do some nice labeling on it. That'll all be nice and clear. But so I looked at this, and I see I've got this space here, and I'm really glad now I can reach around and get access to some of this stuff back here. That's nice, because there's some stuff here that's useful to me. But I also see space here, and so this is where I store some flat sheets for sanding things, nice and flat. And it's really good to have my roster of those sitting here. But still, part of me was like, I feel like this area is useful. And then I remembered that I've been sorry, I looked at that space, and that's when I remembered that I've been wanting to add some locational functionality to the cave. So recently, I built this this is my stereo. This is the stereo for the shop. It's got a Meyer sound monitor down there. Got my tape deck and CD player hooked up, and it's all hooked up so that the robot chick can play it. Hang on, let's put this on photo frame. And when I was putting this together, I had this nice big piece of 80/20, so I mounted this to it. I had this around, and it's got popsicle sticks and tongue depressors and some brushes and pens and pencils, and lo, it's become incredibly useful to me, even in just the last week. And I realized, oh, you know what? I need more things that are accessible really quickly. Like there should be scissors all over the place. In general, life would be better if there were scissors all over the place. It's just that you can't keep them in that drawer in the kitchen. But lately, I have been doing some polishing and some machining and work like that gets me very, very dirty. Am I dirty? I kind of look like I'm hard to tell. And consequently, I've been moving more and more and more towards wearing gloves while I'm working. Wearing surgical gloves. Nitrile gloves specifically. I've got like a dozen boxes of these that are all sitting there by the sink. And I thought to myself, you know what? If I had these out and about, I'd probably use them a bunch more. And so, that's what I'm thinking. A little glove dispenser right here that I can refill by popping it in. I could use another one over by the sink over here, sitting on the wall, and the wall needs some shelves over there. I could use another one of these over by the milling table. Maybe even another one by the lathe. Maybe even another one by the desk. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I want to make 6 dispenser boxes for these. I know that you can buy these right now. I'm not gonna. Nope. I have a whole bunch of really nice 1/4-inch plywood. Why would I not use it? So here we go. Let's go. Let's head into here. Oh. Right. You know how this begins. It begins with a drawing. Oh, I see. You make your gloves a slightly different shape than the others. Hold on, I got one more pack here. Yeah, okay. All right. So yeah, we'll go off the biggest pack here. That would be 9.5 by 5 IG dimension. Oh, they are different thicknesses too, you scamps. 2 3/4. All right, now I have my cutlass for one. Definitely, I'm gonna want to. Yes. Oh. So that's 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 6 is 12. 1 times 6 is 6, and 6 fronts. Okay. So I have all the stock in my cave is 24 by 48 inches. That's the size that's most useful to me. I don't need it in 4 by 8 sheets. If I needed a larger size than this, I'll custom order it or cut it out front. But what it begs the question is where you cut your pieces from. So the first part I had to cut was 12 pieces like this. 10 inches long, 3 1/4 inches wide. And I did the math, the rough math in my head, and I realized, oh, I can cut a 10-inch strip here and get 14 out of this instead of 12. So I did. I got 14. That was great. I used up that entire thing. But if I then cut, and now I need 12 pieces that are 5 inches by 2.75. If I cut a 5-inch swath all the way down here, I'm only going to end up using 12 times 2.75. That's like 30 inches or so. I end up with a bunch extra here. Whereas if I do 3 5-inch strips here, I get 4 on each, and then I get this nice big piece. So I do a lot of cut prognostication here with a goal towards saving the largest amount of area left. Cutting it here is fine, and I've done that many times, but when stock is expensive, and this stock is expensive, Baltic birch ply 1/4 inch is not cheap. I try and prioritize for larger swaths of land. That's all. So now we're gonna cut this into, cutlass coming up. Number 1. What are the openings? They're all pretty similar. So it would be, the biggest one would be like this. So make that to that. That will work for that one too. And then, right, this strabismus. Oh, not even. Actually, even bigger. Even bigger. Go up to there and to there. So we go. Okay, so the boxes are all done. And now it's time to make the lids that go in them and hold the things in there. And I've drawn out the basic square of how big the hole I want to cut is. And I'm actually going to do this on my drill press. And I'm going to do, I'm going to do the Forstner bit. going to be a bit because I'm going to have to pull up the... Oh, all right. So, yeah, here, let's talk. Ganging up and clamping like this is spectacular using a Forstner bit. You get really nice... Okay, I got a little blowout there. That's because I was drilling over another hole in the thing and I didn't care as much as I ought to have. But, so what I'm about to do now is I'm going to go make these 2 vertical cuts with the jigsaw. And then this project will be mostly done except for the installation. Oh, hi. Hey. Very happy. Very, very, very happy. All worked out just great. Just the way I wanted it to. All right. Let's install some. Oh, wow, I forgot that you were recording. Here we go. Hey! Ah! Ah! Marvelous. To the next one. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it goes there. Or I want it to live. Or there. Or, and by the way, where the are my funnels? I lost my funnels. I have a whole box of funnels somewhere in this cave, and I won't buy more because I invested in like 5 different kinds of funnels in different sizes. These are the only 2 I can find. This one and this one. It doesn't matter that much. I can make do. Okay, Actually, I really like that. That's really great. That's kind of ideal. Let's, yeah, let me get a longer stick for that. So, I should get good adhesion to the wall, which is Fabu. I love it. I love it. Gloves wherever I want them. Where to next? Next to the lathe right there. Yeah, that's a great place for me to have some of these. Yeah, these are the big boys. Love it. My new workbench. I think the new workbench could use one. Let's go take one.
We replaced Adam's rubber gloves from a single location and spread them all around the shop. Let's see if he notices.
That's where they go, right there. I love it. That's perfect. Oh, that's great. Freaking right where I want them. Yeah, you can still get your knees underneath them. Ideal. All right, there we go. Excellent.
Second to last one.
Yeah, that's it right there. There we are.
I know, it's weird to have two so close to each other as here, as there, and there. And yet, that's what I wanted. I put six new. Oh, I got something else I want to do. Hold on.
All right, so I've attached a pole here. Oh, why? Well, wait. I have to clean up the back of the pole. Hold on. I attached it with that. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, that's all I needed. Paper towels. I've got some over by the sink. I've got some here. There may be some other places in the shop, but I think finding a home for the store, the labels will happen organically as I... Look, I am still missing this bag full of lapping compound in little syringes. I gathered them all up together and I thought to myself something about where they should go, and I cannot remember what those thoughts were. Because I was not thinking as critically as I could have. Okay, but got the store in, got the safety cabinet up a little bit higher. It's better. I'm no longer not using that space. And then having some gloves everywhere so I can keep my hands clean. I got gloves at the sink and gloves at the lathe and gloves at the desk and gloves everywhere. Gloves are great. A newfound love of gloves, or newfound love of clean hands. I know. Sometimes it seems weird when I spend my time making something that you can buy for like $5 at the dollar store, but it's better if it's made out of plywood, right? I agree. I really think I believe I've got everything that should be gotten here. Yeah? What do you think? Yeah, there's still small places where things can be stored. It's going quite well. It's a process. Anyway, all right. I believe that's the end of today's one-day build. And I'll see you guys next time. Lots of shop infrastructure stuff. Next time, we're going to build a zero curve plate for the table saw. Adam out. I really appreciate you watching all of that. And if you are pondering right now what to get for the maker, tinkerer, or general obsessive in your life, or what to get yourself, I'd like to humbly suggest our brand new Savage Industries shop apron.
Its predecessor is one of the most popular things we have ever manufactured, and we are still selling them, but now we've added to it. We've simplified it, we've lowered the cost, and we've made an entry-level apron, still manufactured in the United States, still made of upcycled materials, and I swear this might become my new daily wear. Get yours today at adamsavage.com. Yeah, there we go.